Hi everyone, welcome to Mr. B's Learning Channel. In this video, we are going to discuss this question. It is from analytical geometry. If you know the things that we discussed in the previous video, which I did it for analytical geometry, this question we can do it very easily. Like a distance formula, midpoint formula, gradient, angle of inclination, those things. If you understood it very well, this question is not a big issue. Look at that. This is question number 3. In the diagram, A, B minus 6 minus 5, C 8 minus 4, 3 points in a Cartesian plane. F is a point 3, 3.5 and G are point on the line AC such that AF is equal to FG. We can see that one, it is indicated in the diagram. E is the point in the x-axis, in the x-intercept of AB. We can see that E is x-intercept, the point on the x-axis. Now we are going to do the first question. Calculate the equation of AC. Okay, this is the question, equation of AC. So you have to look at where is AC. We can see that AC is a straight line. If it is a straight line, I told you in the first video, a straight line's equation, what we need, the minimum requirements is one point and its gradient. Okay, where one point I'm going to use the point, this point I'm going to use, because this is very simple point compared to other one, because in F we can see the fractions are there. So better to choose the number without the fraction. So I'm selecting the point C. Now I need to know what the gradient. We can find the gradient of this line because 2 points are given. So just find out the gradient of AC. Let me find that one. That is M is equal to, you know the formula, gradient of AC. 2 points are there, then change in Y by change in X. So I'm going to write this one is X1, Y1. And this point is X2, Y2. If I think like this, then Y2 minus Y1 is minus 4 minus 3.5 divided by X2 minus X1, that is 8 minus 3. So which is going to be minus 7.5 divided by 5. This one, when you do it in the calculator, you will get minus 3 by 2. So this question carries 4 marks. So there should be 4 points. That is very important. Now, one point I need it, that I select point C. C 8, X value 8, Y value minus 4. Now I can find the equation of straight line. I'm using the formula Y minus Y1. I'm using this formula. Y minus Y1 is equal to M times X minus X1. I can use the formula Y is equal to Mx plus C. Instead of this, I can use that one also. I will get the same answer. So let me substitute to the X1, Y1 is that point. Then M is the gradient. Just substitute. Now the matter of substitution. Y minus minus 4 is Y plus 4. M is minus 3 by 2. Bracket X minus X1 is 8. Now simplify. That is Y plus 4 is equal to, open the bracket with the minus 3 by 2. Just open it like this. Multiply it. That is minus 3 by 2x. Then minus 3 by 2 times minus 8 is going to be plus 24 divided by 2. That is going to be 12. You know that. Now we can send 4 because they want the answer in the form Y is equal to. So make sure that left hand side of Y alone there. So I'm just writing sending 4 other side. That is minus 3 by 2x plus this one is 12 minus 4. So the final answer is Y is equal to minus 3 by 2x plus 8. So we are done. Is it clear? So since it has 4 marks, I will show you the mark allocation. 1 mark is for the gradient. Then 1 mark is for the substitution in the formula. Then 1 mark is here. Then 1 mark is for the final answer. So the gradient 1 mark, then substitution in the gradient formula 1 mark, then substitution in the straight line formula 1 mark, then so 4 marks. Now the next question, you have to find the coordinates of G. That is, the point G is x value, and y value you have to find. How do you find the coordinates of G? It's a 3 marks question. Okay, so here already the equation of BG, this line's equation is given, isn't it? This line's equation is given, and AC's equation we calculated. We found that one in the previous question. What is that? Y equation of AC, I am writing here. Y is equal to minus 3 by 2x plus 8. Now equation of BG is also given. 7x minus 10y is equal to 8. We can see that those two lines are meeting at where? At G. G is the point of intersection. This G is existing here because of these two lines. You agree that? So if you know the equations of those two lines, solve simultaneously, you can get the coordinates of G. So I'm just solving this two equations simultaneously. Equation number 1, then equation number 2. So I will take equation number 1 and substitute in equation number 2. So in equation number 2, wherever I see y, just write the y value from equation number 1. So substitute in 2. Substitute in 2. So 7x minus 10, instead of y, I am going to write minus 3 by 2 x plus 8 is equal to 8. Then simplify. That is 7x, open the bracket with the minus 10 to multiply to each term inside the bracket. That is minus 30 by, that is plus 15. 15x, then minus 10 times 8 is going to be minus 80 is equal to 8. Now solve it. 7x plus 15x is equal to, send the 80 minus 80 other side, that is 8 plus 80. 7, that is 22, x is equal to 88. Therefore, x is equal to 88 divided by 22. Answer is 4. You see that one? That is the x value of G. Because G is the point, is there because of these two lines. So when you solve simultaneously those two equations, you are finding the point of intersection of two graphs. That is G. So G's x value, we got it. Now we have to find y value. Take x value, substitute in any one of this equation where x and y both are there. I'm selecting equation number 1. That is y is equal to minus 3 by 2 x plus 8. That is minus 3 by 2 times 4 plus 8. Minus 6 plus 8. So it's 2 is the answer. You see that one. So G's x value is 4, then y value is 2. So we are done. Here the mark allocation is 1 mark for the x value, 1 mark is for the y value, then 1 mark is for this method solving simultaneously. Now question number 3.2, show by calculation that the coordinates of A is 2, 5. You have to find the coordinates of A. So I am just writing coordinates of A is small a, small b. And already I know that coordinates of G is 4, 2. And it is given that AF is equal to FG, which means F is the midpoint. So we can use the midpoint formula. Very easily we can do it. I'm finding small a and b. Look at that. The x value of the midpoint is 3. Is there because of x value of a, that is small a, divided plus x value of G is 4 divided by 2. Now cross multiply, we can get it. That is 3 times 2 is equal to a plus 4. That is 6 minus 4 is equal to a. That is a is equal to 2. Then next one, the y value of the midpoint. That is 7 or 3.5 is 7 over 2. Let me change it into improper fraction. Then that y value of midpoint is same as y value of a, that is small b, plus 2 y value of G divided by 2. That is a midpoint formula. Then cross multiply, that is b plus 2 is equal to 7 over 2 times 2. Just multiply like this. That is b plus 2 is equal to 7. 2 cancel. Therefore, b is equal to 7 minus 2. Answer is 5. So we have proved that x value is 2 and y value is 5. So the mark allocation is 1 mark for A, 1 mark for B. Is it clear? Okay, now we move to question number 3.3. Prove that EF is parallel to BG. That is this line. EF is parallel to BG. They are parallel. You have to prove that they are parallel like this. How do you prove? We can prove this one if you know the gradient. Just find the gradient of EF and find the gradient of BG. Then show that they are same. You know that parallel lines having the same gradient. Now we know what is G. The coordinates of G, we already know that is 4, 2, right? And coordinate of A, we proved that is 2, 5. Okay. So we can find BG's gradient because B we know and G also we know. We can find the gradient of BG, isn't it? And then after that, if we can find the gradient of EF, then we are done. But the point E, we don't know at this stage. Can you find the point E? We can find out under normal situation. How do we find? We can find because E is the x-intercept of AB, right? So find the equation of AB, then we can find the x-intercept of AB. Here it is just a coincidence that the midpoint of AB is going to be E. That is just a coincidence. But let us go with the normal method. Find the equation of AB first. How do we find? You know one point, then find the gradient, then we can get the equation of AB, isn't it? I am selecting the point 2, 5, 1 point. Now I have to find the gradient of AB. Remember, I am finding the equation of AB. So gradient of AB, I need it. Gradient of AB is equal to change in y, that is 5 minus 5. I'm using the point A and B. Then change in x, that is 2 minus 6. 2 minus 6. So it's going to be 10 divided by 8. Isn't it? 10 divided by 8, I got it. Now I have to find the equation of AC because the point that I selected is 2, 5, that is point A. Now let me find the equation of AB. Equation of AB I have to find. Then only I can get the coordinates of E. Equation of AB, I'm using the formula y minus y1 is 5 is equal to 10 over 8. That is 5 over 4 times x minus 2. Then I'm simplifying. That is y minus 5 is equal to, opening the bracket, 5 over 4 x minus 10 over 4. Then y is equal to, I'm sending minus 5 other side. That is 5 over 4x minus 10 over 4 is 5 over 2. Isn't it? Then my minus 5 goes other side, plus 5. That is y is equal to 5 over 4x. This one, when you do it, plus 5 over 2, you get it. This is the equation of AB. Now I am looking for the coordinates E. I already know that E is the x-intercept, which means y value is 0. I have to find the x value, isn't it? Make a y 0 in the equation, isn't it? That's how we are finding the x-intercept, y 0. That is 0 is equal to 5 over 4 x plus 5 over 2. Now solve it. That is minus 5 over 2 is equal to 5 over 4x. Therefore, x is equal to, divide both sides, 5 over 4. That is minus 5 over 2 divided by 5 over 4. So it is going to be, when you do it in the calculator, it will give you minus 2. Isn't it? So we got the coordinates of E is minus 2, 0. Okay, now we can find the gradient of EF. Gradient of EF. Because we have F and we have E now. That is, what is our E now? Minus 2, 0, isn't it? Now, since these 2 points are there, we can find the gradient. Change in Y by change in X. That is 3 by 2 minus 0, change in Y. 3.5 minus 0 divided by 3 minus, that is 3 plus 2. So it's going to be 3.5 divided by 5. Going to be 7 over 10. You get it when you use the calculator. Answer will give you 7 over 10. Now I have to look for the gradient of BG. You can get it already. The equation, it is given one of the previous question, or just find out the gradient because we know what is B and what is G. That is BG, gradient of BG. Change in Y, that is 2 minus 5, that is plus 5, divided by change in X, that is 4 minus 6, that is plus 6. So it's going to be 7 over 10. So we can see that gradient of EF is equal to gradient of BG. Therefore, the line EF is parallel to the line BG. So we have 1 mark is for the equation of AB. That is this one. Then 1 mark is for the coordinates of E. This one. Then 1 mark is for the gradient of EF. That is this one. Then 1 mark is for equating both. Now we move to the last question, that is 3.4. What is that? ABCD is a parallelogram with D in the first quadrant. Calculate the coordinates of D. Here D is not there. You have to imagine that D is there and ABCD is a parallel. It's a very common question and it is very simple also. So rather than drawing on the diagram, it is better to draw a parallelogram separately, looking at the position of ABCD. So I'm just drawing like this, a parallelogram. What do you mean by a parallelogram? Opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal, isn't it? Then diagonals bisect each other. See, this is A, and this one is B, this one is C, and this one is D. See, I'm just drawing a parallelogram and then I am plotting. I am just writing the coordinates of A, B, C, D. What is A here? A is 2, 5. The value that is given in the question. That is B is minus 6, minus 5, and C is 8, minus 4, right? Then D, I don't know, I'm just writing A, B. You understand? Now, we are using the property of parallelogram. Here, the property is diagonals. Diagonals bisect each other, which means they have the same midpoint. Now, what you have to do is find the let me call that midpoint is M. You can find the coordinates of M using AC because A is given, C is given. So I'm first finding the coordinates of M. X value, how do you get it? X values of A and X value of C, add it and divide by 2. Midpoint formula. That is 2 plus 8 divided by 2. Y value of M, how do you get it? Y value of A, that is 5, plus Y value of B, that is minus 4 divided by 2. That is M, X value is 2 plus 8, 10 by 2, that is 5. Then Y value 5 plus minus 4 is 1 by 2. See, we got the midpoint of AC, which is same as midpoint of BD. That is a property of parallelogram. So M, we got it, that is 5, then half. Now we can easily find D because BD, midpoint is M. One of the end point B is there, midpoint M is there, we can find D very easily. How? Because X value of midpoint 5 is equal to x value of b, that is minus 6, plus x value of d, that is a, divided by 2. Then simplify. Cross multiply, that is 5 times 2, that is 10, is equal to minus 6 plus a. Therefore, a is equal to minus 6 and the other side, that is 10 plus 6. Answer is 16. Clear. Now we are looking for y value of d, that is small b here. What is the y value of m? That is half, is equal to y value of b is minus 5. Then the unknown y value of d, that is small b, divided by 2. Simplify, cross multiply, that is half times 2 is going to be 1, is equal to minus 5 plus b. That is b is equal to 1 plus 5. Answer is 6. See, we got d's coordinates. X value is 16 and y value is 6. So we are done. So that question, the full question is completed. So I am stopping this video here. Hope you enjoyed this session. In my next video in analytic geometry, we will do one more question like this. And after that, we will start circles. So wait for my next video. Until then, bye-bye.